Hey everyone, welcome back to my latest trapping video. Before we get into the video, hit that thumbs up, please subscribe. I know a lot of people watch the videos don't subscribe, so if you aren't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification to get all my videos. This was actually during Wonder Wars. I was just doing some trapping. I think I was doing the 1000 IQ trap, where I walk my leader through the Wonder and just try to get some person hit me. TF or T1F AM Dylan actually fell for the trap, went for the attack. He ended up losing his leader. Asked me for the leader to return. That's not really how it works. You don't hit me, give me your leader, and then ask nicely for me to give it back. It just it doesn't usually work that way. You usually need to ransom it off, or yeah, pay the ransom or rally me or whatever it is to get the leader back, or go in for the gangbang attack, which does happen in this video, by the way. So keep watching for that. It is a massive gangbang attack that happened to me later on in the video. There's a bunch of attacks from TF1 actually, so this is kind of like a precursor to this. I've already capped one of them. I'm not giving the leader back and all that. I do give this leader back, but then later on, this is during the what's called Lord's Cup. So the Lord's Cup is going on. I'm just stealing a bunch of balls from people, doing the normal thing, just trying to get people to hit me. They ended up starting a rally on me because I guess they didn't want to go in for the solo attack. This CNDGG kept sending attacks but recalling, so I don't know what he was doing. But he does end up actually sending an attack at me. They do give me the clown title here, so here comes the attack. It is only 200,000 range. It's not something I got to worry about. I'm not going to switch on my war gear. I'm just going to switch to my infantry phalanx just to make sure they're hitting me in the right phalanx. As long as I counter, it should be fine. Honestly, if I didn't counter, since they're sending full range, it doesn't matter because they would force me into infantry phalanx anyways, since they're sending range with no fodder. If you send range with no fodder at someone, it automatically forces them into infantry phalanx for the hit, and then obviously destroys them because all your troops run out, destroy the range. That's why I only did like 600 damage. They barely got through my wall in this attack. So they are actually going to go in for a little bit of a gangbang attack to start off. This is not the big gangbang attack. This is the small gangbang attack. Again, I am still in my war gear, and I don't know why I hit that. I should have waited a little bit longer, but didn't really matter. So I thought they're going in for a little bigger than that. So I pulled a bunch of resources out, but yeah, it was a small gangbang attack. Only 2 people hit me. Ended up capping them both. Again, I'm not in my war gear yet, so I'm still sitting in my speed up gear. I usually spin speed up gear during Lord's Cup just so I can steal the balls easier. My troops go faster and all that, so I actually made speed up gear specifically for Lord's Cup so I could actually steal balls and get people to hit me. So that's kind of why I have speed up gear. My speed up gear is actually decent. It's not horrible. I mean, it's free to play speed up gear, so I've been working on that. I think I'm starting to get up to gold on the accessories for that one too. But yeah, they're not going in. They're not really great leaders or anything like that. You can see I wasn't too worried about them, so that's why I didn't switch my war gear or anything like that. Those kind of what's called gears and stuff, as long as they're not sending fake gear and then switching to the real gear, I'm totally fine with attacks like this, even gangbang attacks like that. So also they don't have max familiars or anything like that, so these attacks are pretty easy. One of the guys familiars did save the leader, so they got their leader back, unfortunately. So I only have 1 leader right now, which is okay because it gives me the 30% attack boost if they go in for another attack. It did actually take them a while to do it again, so I was just kind of sitting here. They have a tracker rallying me. I started watching a movie actually at this point. I was like, they're taking too long. I'll watch a movie while I'm waiting. So I started to watch a movie, and I was just like, okay. But they are a Baron guild, by the way. They have all the Baron titles and all that, so the Baron is in their guild, and all of a sudden this started happening. I got my recorder on right as this happened. I was like, oh no. So I was a little distracted watching a movie here, and then I didn't realize that didn't have any resources out, so I started just healing, and then I started looking at my gems like, oh, that was really expensive. Where'd all my gems go? I was like, oh no. Yeah, this is an expensive heal. That was out. Looking back at the video, I was like, oh, I didn't have enough resources out. And right now I'm still like little like distracted because I was watching a movie and stuff, and like all of a sudden I have like 9 other leaders. I have no resources out. I should have a bunch of resources out. I'm still like doing this. I'm not in my war gear either. I'm taking this massive gangbang attack in my speed up gear. I'm just like, I don't even realize I'm not in my speed up gear, and I'm like taking like little bits of resources out. This is like painful to watch back because I'm like, what am I doing? Like I was so like I was so not ready for this. So it's just like, oh, what is going on? Like, and they're still hitting me. I'm like, what's going on? They're still hitting me after all this. And like, they're really trying to get their leaders back. But I mean, these are leaderless attacks at this point because they lost all their leaders already. So they're sending leaderless attacks, but they do have tier 5 familiars. So they do tons of damage with these tier 5 familiars, even leaderless, especially these like barons and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm actually losing troops here too. Like, I should have a bunch of resources out. Like, I don't know why I'm just pulling out enough to heal these. I'm like, they're gonna keep attacking me. I don't know why I'm just like, oh, I'm just gonna min heal like here. No, pull all the resources out. If you're ever in this situation, just pull a ton of resources out. They're still hitting me. And I'm still not pulling enough resources out. I'm like, ah. So yeah, watching back, this was a little painful for me to watch back because I was like, oh, I really messed up here. But yeah, so anyways, it worked out in the end, but it could have went a lot better if I was paying attention or I was online at the time because like I said, I was distracted by something else. I was watching a movie, and all of a sudden they started gangbang attack me. I wasn't expecting this massive gangbang attack from their whole families too. It wasn't just one guild. It was a couple guilds. I guess they're like a family guild. They all went in for the gangbang attack. But I think I ended up capping all their online rally leads at this point, so they couldn't actually start a rally on me. So which was kind of funny because since I had all their leaders, like they couldn't start the rally because I would just get reinforcements from my guild if they went leaderless. I'd take a leaderless rally for sure. It wouldn't really do too much. I mean, tier 5 familiars might do some damage, but I'm pretty sure I could not burn. I would cap it pretty easily, if it's leaderless at least. Some of these guys do quite a bit of damage, even leaderless. Their stats are quite good, but yeah, I was like, I'm watching a movie, so I forgot to switch to my gear, and then I forgot to pull resources out. I forgot to heal and all that, so it ended up working out fine. I ended up capping them all, but I did lose some troops and a bunch of gems, which I shouldn't have done. Like I said, if I was online waiting for the attack or wherever, I was actually online trapping, would have been fine. I would have switched my war gear first off when the gangbang started to happen, and then I would have took way less damage because my attack would have been over 100% higher with some HP and stuff like that. But yeah, you can see their gear is actually pretty good. I'm still in my speed up gear, by the way. I still haven't switched out to my war gear. But yeah, look at all their gear. Like some of the guys, mythic champ and all that, a bunch of cups. They all have tier 5 familiars too, so a lot of them have mythic champ as well. Not full mythic champ, but they do have mythic champ in their gear. Then there's some people, like this guy was not great. He was the guy who actually lost his leader before, and I don't know what gear that is. I don't think that's his war gear. I think he switched out of his war gear already, but yeah, that's definitely not the guy's war gear. It's some fake gear. But yeah, you can see the triple cups, mythic champ legs and all that, the fake gear again. This guy hit me a bunch of times leaderless as well, but yeah, he's the mythic champ, baron kind of player and all that, so 11k heroes and all that. But yeah, they all have tier 5 familiars too. That's why they're doing so much damage. Also why I switched away from this tier 1 backline, because the tier 5 familiars just, especially with the new tier 5 troops along with those tier 5 familiars, they just do so much damage to those tier 1s, and they start filling your infirmaries. It just doesn't work out. And I pulled out a bunch of resources later just in case they started hitting me, but they ended up not. I was kind of expecting a rally. As soon as a rally was going to happen, I was going to migrate, but they ended up not rallying me either. So okay. Anyway, so I'll take a look. So I still haven't switched to my war gear. That's my stats for my fake gear there. It's like 280s, high 280s. Actually 228 for infantry, really low. And then you put my war gear on, and it's up over like 300. So 334, 383, 351. So I was missing a lot of stats for that attack. This is just a one troop, but obviously it's going way too fast. It's a tier 1 one troop sort of thing. I can kind of tell that. That's why I wasn't too worried about that. But yeah, they ended up pardoning, which is not something you usually see for a solo trap. Like a good rally trap, you'll see a pardon happen. Like they'll cap all your leaders, and then you'll go in and pardon all that, because obviously they're like, you can't rally them at this point. Like, I'm a solo trap at 91 mil might. When do you see a baron guild pardoning because of a solo trap? I don't think this is probably the first time I've ever seen that. I'm not saying it hasn't happened, but it's the first time I've ever seen a baron guild pardon because a solo trap capped all their leaders. So which is funny, because I think because if they knew if they'd started a rally, or either I had kept all the rally leads, or if they knew if they started a rally, I would have migrated with all their leaders, and they didn't want that to happen because they had a bunch of their rally leads capped already. Like I had 9 of their leaders, a bunch of them were rally leads and stuff like that. One of them was the mythic champ, a level or 11k guy, and then a bunch of other guys with mythic champ and tier 5 familiars. So most of the guys that gangbanged me actually had the tier 5 familiars, which hurt a lot. So yeah, so yeah, so they ended up migrating, or what's called not migrating, pardoning the leaders, and I ended up just porting out after. I'm like, whatever, they're not going to hit me. I waited there quite a while too, so they ended up not hitting me. I just ported out, decided to shield, so I can go over all the reports, because I can't be going over these reports while they're all out there, just in case they do gangbang me and I end up losing again. So, because I was down some troops too. So, but yeah, now that I'm in water gear, I'm a little more safe as well. They won't do as much damage. But yeah, this is the big guy. He did do quite a bit of damage. It was a cab blast to my infantry. He is kind of like a maxed account sort of thing, so he does have really good stats. He doesn't have full mythic champ because he was using drums and stuff, but he does have double 11k heroes, tier 5 familiars, maxed and all that. This guy did quite a bit of damage too, but again, tier 5 familiars maxed. It was range, but still the tier 5 familiars are doing 300 plus thousand damage no matter what. 330, like his attack only did 262, then his tier 5 familiars did 330,000 damage. Same with this guy. Tier 5 familiars and all that. Or is this guy? No, yeah, this guy only has one tier 5 familiar, so he doesn't have double tier 5 familiars, so it's only doing 139,000 to my backline, so wasn't too bad on that one. But again, I didn't heal in between that one, so he did get some reds on me on that one too. This one wasn't too bad. He didn't have tier 5 familiars, this guy. So without the tier 5 familiars, they're not doing too much damage. Again, I am not in my war gear for any of these attacks, so I'm taking all these tier 5 familiars, mythic champ, and all this in my fake speed up gear. So it would have went a lot different if I'd remembered to switch my gear. Also, if I remembered pull resources out, and enough resources, not like to heal one at a time, but actually pull the resources out. I don't know. It was like I said, I was a little distracted, so it ended up not working out. Or I mean, it worked out, but ended up losing troops, which I shouldn't. So this guy also had tier 5 familiars, double tier 5, it looks like. The second one's not maxed. The first one is maxed, only 169,000, so not quite as much damage. But you can tell who's doing the most damage. This guy. This guy, like, this is a leaderless attack, I'm pretty sure at this point. And he's doing 185,000 with those tier 5 familiars. Even his main attack's doing quite a bit of damage. But yeah, like I said, at this point I should have pulled out resources, because they're starting to, like, just send their tier 5 familiars with troops. So these aren't like leadered attacks or anything. They're just tier 5 familiar attacks, which do tons of damage. Like, I'm losing troops here, like to leaderless attacks, because I'm stupid and not healing and not pulling enough resources. If I just pulled the resources out, I could have just healed very quickly and not lost any troops. But I was kind of not very smart at that point. So that was the end of that one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. This is just going to be some arena attacks. I had a couple arena attacks to throw at the end here just for the wrap up. But this guy was, let's see, what is he sending? He was just sending 375. I think it was leaderless, so it only did like 26,000. So if you don't have those tier 5 familiars, you're not really doing too much damage to me. If you do have tier 5 familiars, you're all of a sudden doing like 300,000 damage leaderless. So this is also why I switched my comp up. I am currently in a rebuild for that comp, just so I can basically take in consideration the tier 5 troops with the tier 5 familiars, so I'm not losing so much troops. This guy's just going leaderless and stuff. So anyways, I hope you guys actually enjoyed these this huge massive gangbang attack. I will have some more videos coming out this week. Also, if you have any top 5 traps of the week, please submit to me. I will leave my line ID in the link down below. So also, like I said, leave a thumbs up on the video if you did enjoy the video. It was a really fun video. I did end up losing some troops, but again, like I said, I wasn't online, so I wasn't like really online at that point. So if I had been set up for that, I just should have been paying attention, honestly. So anyways, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.